Where does one begin?
Where does one begin? Went to bed with the biggest smile on my face.
Take notes, guys.
I think that's one of the key factors for us.
I'll be yours till my heart stops beating. Unsure if my heart's worth keeping.
So we're back, but this time with a whole new format of how we do the Liberty Lounge. We're renaming it Liberty Lab, and within the Liberty Lab we're going to be inviting some of our special and most favourite artists and musicians to come in to have a chat with us, tell us about what's going on, and also to do a very special stripped down set, or not set, just a track that they want to perform to us. Don't worry, we're not going to get into a set. So we are joined by the wonderful Outpost Drive. Hello!
Hey.
Thanks for having us.
Yay! First one ever. We're so excited. We're all kind of huddled in the corner here.
That was great. Thank y'all for having us.
Thank you. We're really happy to have you here. So thank you for coming along. What we want to do is kind of have a little bit of a deep dive into you two and how you got started, and tell us some funny stories. You guys are always on the road, and I think people will find it really interesting. So first, how did it come about, the Outpost Drive project? Tell us about that.
Oh my gosh. Where do you begin?
Where does one begin?
Where does one begin?
I guess you have to start at sort of the origin of where we met. We were both living out in LA, and I was a solo artist, so I was out there recording an album, and I was performing at this really snazzy event in Santa Monica. Mary happened to be there. Just attending the event, not to see me or anything. Anyway, I wooed her.
Ended up to see him.
I think I wooed her from the stage. She won't admit it, but one of these days.
So you were performing, Mary?
No, Willow was performing.
You were performing?
Yeah.
Cool.
And I was just there. I was there with my boyfriend at the time, and one of my friends was doing the guest list, and I wasn't even old enough to drink, so I was there like shaking with a glass of champagne, like I'm breaking the law. I'm gonna be arrested. Such a goody two shoes. And then Willow performed, and he just blew me away. It was an amazing performance. And so I talked to him very briefly after.
Well, your ex-boyfriend literally walked her up and introduced her, like right as I finished.
And led you two together.
Yeah, truly.
Go
and then
her.
I thought he was her brother or something, because he just kind of stood to one side and was silent and let me and Mary talk, and it was very strange.
Suddenly
I think that might just be my perception.
He doesn't remember it that way, I'm sure. I
think I was just dazzled by Mary. It was just like, but
who wouldn't be?
Yeah. Anyway, it transpired that they were a couple, and then she posted a video of me singing on Instagram and tagged me, so we just like followed one another. But she obviously had a boyfriend, so nothing happened for a while. And it was about a year later that he kind of vanished from her Instagram feed, and so I asked her out on a date. Yeah. And then we had this really romantic date.
What did you do? Go on, tell us what did you do?
I was flying in from Nashville because I moved back to Nashville like a month before we had our first date. I had just moved, I packed everything up, drove, got an apartment in Nashville, and then I was flying back to LA just for like a job. Yeah. So Willow saw that I was coming back out there for like a week and asked me on the date, and it was so crazy because I just fell in love with him on this one date.
Take notes,
it was
guys,
crazy.
on how to.
He picked me up from the hotel, and my mom was outside like putting quarters in the parking meter, and she took a picture of us. She's like, smile and act like you know each other. She got this weird picture from our first date, and he took me to Malibu, and we had a beach day.
But it was completely overcast and rainy, and then
which you would never expect there.
No, I know. We like drove off down the coast, kind of like.
Looking for like a sunny spot.
We'll do it either way, we'll just sit in the car and it'll be awkward. And we found this this one cove that was just like blinding sunlight, and then all the other beachheads were just covered in cloud, and
it was
oh my god, it was like God was like,
yeah, truly.
There was no one there. It was just us,
crazy.
this like private beach, this
empty Malibu. It's nuts.
Yeah, so we just had a great.
We had like an 8-hour first date. It was like the longest first date ever. It was awesome.
Yeah. Anyway, the story just goes on and on.
It goes on and crazy.
Yeah, so we ended up getting married.
Fast forward a bunch of years.
Jump a couple of years there. And then, so yeah, we were married before I even knew Mary was a singer. Really, I mean, I knew she sang like in in a past life, like when
My
she was a
childhood
kid,
and as a teenager.
and I thought she'd kind of it was just like a teenage whim, and then she'd moved on from it. Anyway, it turns out it wasn't. It was this buried ambition that she'd kind of pushed down for years, and. So we were married, and then she had to go back to England, to Alabama for her visa.
Yeah, no, I mean, honestly, I have the UK government to thank for Outpost Drive in a way, because I had to go back to Alabama.
Thank you.
I love the UK government. It was a really excruciating process getting like a spouse visa, but I had to go back to Alabama and live with my mom, and I was kind of lost when I was out in California, and really lost in my life of like what I'm gonna do. I kept trying to do everything except for music, which was always like my dream.
Crazy.
And my mom dragged me down to this acoustic jam session in downtown Mobile, Alabama, where I'm from. And she was like, you don't have to bring a guitar, you don't have to sing or anything, but just come hang out with these people. I've been coming down to this jam session. So I get there, and like divine intervention comes through, and this guy who's now one of my friends, he hands me a guitar, let me borrow it for the night, and I had like a whole group of people being like, just strum along, and if you want to sing with us,
It's like a sort of group therapy kind of.
Yeah, like a big circle of. It was just awesome, and over like 3 hours or something, I was belting by the end with everybody. It was like crazy, and I went to bed with the biggest smile on my face.
She called me up and was like, they think I'm a star, and like, and I was like, what? You're singing? And who are all these men? Like I've been hanging out with all my new best friends, like 10 men, and they're all
Great.
like, what the fuck?
And were you back in the UK at this point?
Yeah.
Which must have just felt really weird and quite distant.
was so
It was so
weird.
disjointed. I was recording my own debut album. I was self-producing it, and I kind of, and then I just had this like burning impulse to make music with Mary. Like the moment I heard she was singing, it was like it took precedence over everything else, and I don't know, I can't really describe. It was just like a force that was like burning within me, and I like couldn't like hide from it, and so I just kind of, I was either like I let go, or this thing like consumes me. So I just kind of had to let go, and we started making music.
I guess
Pretty
soon
quick.
as I
Parks
landed.
your kind of personal careers, like your solo, you're like, no.
Yeah.
Which
Which
and I
is
just finished
crazy.
my debut album. I was like really proud of it and everything, and then so it was very
It
strange.
was a curveball, but Outpost Drive came out of that, and it's named after the street we're living on in LA as well, which is we're living with our friend Pierce Brown, who has a house on Outpost Drive in California, and
Well, I was, and then Mary kind of.
I
like-
was living there too.
Mary moved in.
Squatting.
Basically.
Built our beginning of our relationship there.
Yeah.
So
So for like fast forward to now, you've been on tour for like how long? You recently?
it's been like a year and a half,
Year and a half.
pretty much
I mean,
straight.
we've had a few gaps in between, but
Not
not
really.
Not much.
Not really. It's been
You're-
crazy.
Where do you live now? So you're in the UK. Where do you live?
We live in Brighton. We love
Hell,
Brighton.
Brighton, massive.
Yeah.
We were
Brighton's the
we were in
best.
Wales for like
2
2 years almost, living with my parents in my family home, because we kind of like just needed to reset. Like LA was just crazy, and we're like, let's just go to Wales.
We
for
had
a bit
no
and
money, so we
reset.
couldn't afford to have our own.
Yeah, just to kind of like just let the dust settle and like think, okay, what are we doing with ourselves here? And so we were there for a while, and that's we were recording our album, which we finished now too.
Yeah.
And then we just moved to Brighton, so we finally
We love
reclaimed
Brighton.
our
It's
adult
awesome.
lives again.
Brighton is cool, and that's how we met you guys a few months ago. It's amazing, just like yes, they're here. It's great,
It's so great.
and I can imagine that. Yeah.
The tour schedule at the moment is pretty relentless, right? You're on it almost
It's
every
been
day.
crazy, yeah.
Almost every night, is it?
This September has been the most crazy month we've had, I think. It's just been, we're not in Brighton at all, really. Like, it's crazy.
Touchdown
And
for
the
about
shows
6
are getting
hours.
busy, right? You've had a
Yeah.
lot of sold out nights.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
like-
it's been awesome. It's been awesome. I think every single headline show we've ever done has been sold out, like, which is so crazy.
My goodness. What's the secret to booking a tour? Because obviously a lot of people that listen to our podcast are musicians themselves, emerging. Yeah. Like, how would you, who's in charge of that bit? Who does it?
Yeah, well, I started out, we both do a lot of outreach, but I started out just messaging people like crazy on Instagram. I messaged every artist. I kept up with when people were announcing their tours, and if it said support TBA, I would message them and be like, if you need to support, we will support you. We will drive. We will do it all. Like,
you were just like bugging Ben Earl from the Shires.
Oh my God, yeah.
Our first like support slot was with this band called the Shires, who are
amazing.
Amazing.
And they took a chance on us. I think Mary was just like relentlessly hounding Ben.
Yeah, I kept being like, please, can we write, or like, can we open up for you, or
he
whatever.
Actually followed through. Like, he hit
that's
us up.
how to do it though, guys. Honestly, like,
we've been saying this since we started the podcast.
That's how we started the business. It was
test the people.
Yeah, literally.
Nicely.
You've got to have a thick skin, and you've got to be
don't be rude. But
it's quite ruthless, this industry, but it's all about hard work.
You'll get an answer like on the 45th time or something. But that's what makes it happen. And
absolutely.
You guys have definitely putting in the work, and it's showing. I mean, you're
thanks, man.
You know, you're blowing up on Spotify and Instagram.
I think it's I think truly as well, it's like when you get the opportunity, like really make that bit more effort to like remember people's names and like be kind to everyone and like really like make people feel seen and heard. And that way, because we just keep getting like we played a show the other day, for example, and then the support act we were playing with, they put on shows locally too. So now he's emailing us saying, do you have availability for 2 shows next summer? And we're like, so these, if you're kind of like nice to people, then
100%.
One opportunity seems to always lead to another if you kind of lead a good taste in people's mouths.
No matter how tired you are, I think we always prioritize making sure we put the effort in to be nice to people that are working hard.
It's
how do you find it balancing being married and being on the road?
Oh my God. Please tell us any funny stories.
and obviously, like,
we have a lot of tense drives.
How do you manage that?
No. Like, we've
definitely
had some growing pains, a lot of growing pains.
Yeah, Willow, he's like
through.
the yin, I'm the yin and he's the yang for talking about this subject, because he's like, oh man, it's so hard, and I'm like, we are growing so much as people.
That's
but
we are.
Yeah.
It has been hard. Like, I'm not batting around the bush, but it's been amazing too.
I mean, we're together 24/7 all year long, so
I know that feeling. We're exactly the same.
Yeah.
Business, family, you know, love.
I wouldn't rather do it with anyone else though.
Yeah.
But no. Get married again, so we can all come to the wedding. Please.
Oh my God, we're gonna get married every year.
Okay,
so
great.
We've got it. Yeah, it's a crazy process. Definitely, kind of working out the communication, and we fall all the time, but we are very quick to point it out and just try and get up and do it again. Be better at communicating.
It's like knowing which battles to pick and which to just like breathe through, you know?
That's such a mature way to look at it though, isn't it? And it's like,
sometimes it's just not worth it.
It's not, is it?
Like with bands and things like that, it's rarely ever the music. A lot of the time it's normally they've broken up. That ends the band, the relationship, and that being the most important thing. Is there any kind of tips that you've got for artists who maybe they're not married, but they need to stay together, you know?
Yeah, we actually, I think meditation has been a really big part of our life and staying grounded, trying to. We meditate every single day without fail. That's like started this year. Wow. We do it. We have not missed a single day.
What's your kind of, do you use like an app or?
We did Sadhguru's program for Shambhavi.
Oh, you like him, don't you?
We
did his inner engineering course.
Yeah, for Shambhavi Mahamudra.
Oh my goodness, I love this.
By the end of this course, it's like 2 weeks. They kind of.
So it's like an online course, or did you go and fly out?
Yeah, it's online.
It's online. But then, like at the end of it, they go like, and now, in order to download the practice, you have to do it every day for 40 days, twice a day. And you're just like, what? Okay, you're already in this far, so you have to complete it. And then he's like, and then you have to do it for 6 months every day after that.
And then he's like, by the end of 6 months, you'll not stop because you're in the flow.
It's like brushing your teeth. So you're like, I have to do that. I can't stop my day without.
And now we're kind of like, in a place where if we stop, it's almost like failing ourselves, like betraying ourselves. So we've been in premiering at 1 a.m. like doing like chanting and stuff.
That's fantastic. I think you did you went down that route, didn't you? And it really helped you during quite a difficult time.
Definitely.
I love so meditation's part of your daily practice. Obviously we need to implement these kind of things to be healthier, better people, musicians. What else do you do that maybe you can share with with our audience?
We are completely sober. Like I was telling y'all earlier, we do not drink. We really take it seriously. When we go on stage, it's a job. People are paying to be there. It's not the time for us to go crazy and wild on stage. It's the time for the people in the audience to have a great time, and we're on, like we're working, and we're having fun, just not without anything. And no drugs. We're not into drugs. We're quite clean.
Well, we are now. Well, at least for me. I mean, I've obviously dabbled with things in the past, but like, I definitely. I think that's one of the key factors for us kind of keeping our heads above water.
But also like keeping sane on the road as well, right?
Yeah,
because you're like in and out of these places, like.
Oh my God.
It's just so exhausting, and if you have hangovers on top of it.
You can't.
And like, how do you handle like the food situation as well? Because like, when you stop and it's like McDonald's or like Burger, that's all there is to eat in these like places on the way. How do you avoid that?
We have gone through it.
We've gone through it, and our solution now is we go to supermarkets and we get like wild tinned fish or something, and like rice cakes and hummus and
avocados,
carrots
or
and
like
avocado
Greek
or something.
yogurt with like honey and like a nut butter and blueberries, banana. And we have it in paper cups in the car, so it's not very glamorous. In the car, it looks like a tornado exploded. There's like smushed blueberries everywhere, but
the amount of salmon that's
it's not very glam.
You're like, what's that smell?
We'll never get that.
I wouldn't want to be in our car, but it is
one of those cars when you're a kid, you step in like some other parents, like friends of your parents.
Well, it's just
parents,
trashy.
friends, and then you go in and it stinks. And you're like, what the hell? Like our car is like that.
It's hard to live in your car basically on tour.
And when you're on the road as well, obviously in the UK, you've got like M&S's, every other garage, every other services, haven't you? Or there's like I don't know. So you can kind of grab things there, can't you? Like boiled eggs and
way better than in America, honestly.
Really?
Like because it's just gas stations, and you're just gonna get like chips or I don't know, sodas and stuff like that.
I literally did a whole tour around the US, and the only thing I could eat, it was before, I was like vegan for a while, but before I was vegan, I just had beef jerky, that was it. Like beef jerky and nuts for like 2 months, and Chipotle. That was the only thing you could get that wasn't like extremely unhealthy, so it was tricky.
When you're promoting the shows now, are you literally just putting it out on social media and then it's kind of done? Or is it like...
It depends on the show. So for like our Brighton show, which we have tomorrow,
I can't believe that's sold out.
Yeah, it's sold out.
Can we come along, or
well, y'all are. We'll get
y'all
in. You're fine. You're fine.
Wow, okay, cool. I'll do that.
Exactly.
That show was weirdly organic in a way, but I also was messaging a lot of people. I joined every Brighton Facebook group for like what's on in Brighton, and I was posting in all of those. And before we did
this is the way to do it, isn't it? It's hustle.
You have to do the hard work.
I'm sorry, there's no other way.
We do targeted ads as well, and if we're going to play in like London or whatever, we'll do a targeted ad to people in London with the ticket link and whatever, and like a reel.
I've been so crazy that I'll go to the geotag on Instagram of people that tagged that they were in Brighton, and then I'll message them like the ticket link. I'm like, you got to put the guitar down and just get on your phone, and it sucks. But
I haven't played music in a month.
But come see us on tour.
And then you're on stage like, oh shit, what is this?
They're all here, but
And do you have a kind of sort of like going back to the sort of wellness, a no phone policy at some point? It can be really hard where you're just in bed with your phone. Make sure you put a red light filter on. That will help you sleep better.
We're really, really bad. That is the thing that
I think it's like a weekly attempt. It's like, let's have a curfew.
God.
And then inevitably there's just always something more to do.
It's bad with America too, with the time difference, because once we're going to bed, it's when I can actually talk to my family, or we can plan American shows or get back to emails from people over there. So it's difficult to have like a good relationship with the phones.
Yeah.
But I think right now it's kind of a means to an end. It's
Yeah.
kind of a terrible beast that you just have to
Like
learn to love.
Yeah.
I think you kind of have to embrace the fact that you're going to be slightly unbalanced for a while until you can afford to, have someone help you out with it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, like Mary's saying, it's a means to an end.
But with you guys, staying more healthy and not doing like a kind of Fleetwood Mac thing where they're like doing relentless drugs like every night. But like it must help you with your communication as well with each other, right? Because you probably don't
You have
relate
less
on each other.
flare-ups and shouting.
Yeah.
We don't ever shout at each other or any of that.
Yeah, so you're able to stay together, or like not not that you wouldn't, but like you're able to like
And I
keep
think
going.
you really have to pay attention to it because it's not just like not that you wouldn't. Like a lot, it's historical. A lot of people don't like make it through that. It's a really hard thing to be
especially
together all
in
the
the.
time.
I mean, I'm sure it's at every stage it's relative, but like the stage we're at, where we're kind of really hustling and like. It's a lot of weight on just our shoulders, so that puts a huge amount of pressure on our relationship, and we don't have much work relationship separation. It's like very hard to define. It's just everything basically. Like we're like continually working in a working partnership, and then the relationship somewhat takes a back seat because we're always having to talk about this and that. And
we know that feeling.
Yeah.
You'll go out for dinner or something, and then you're just talking about work. And you're
It's like it's a date.
there's other stuff going on, but it's not. And you know what? It
But you're like, is
matter.
there?
It doesn't
There's
matter.
nothing else to talk about.
That'll make you go crazy because then you're sitting at dinner like, are we just together because of work? Like, we have nothing else to talk about? But that's what you love, and it's what you're passionate about.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it becomes a way of life, right? It is a way of life.
There's no
It's
such
like-
thing as work and play. It's all one.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
think.
It's not
Doesn't
like you
matter.
guys are like, right, it's 5 o'clock, we're done for the day. It's like, you're on the road all the time, and
You just can't do it. And gigs, end at 11 p.m. So there's no way. And then you don't get to the hotel till midnight maybe. And
What's been the most like awkward or intense moment on tour for you guys?
I think sometimes when, like, if we do have a miscommunication or misunderstanding and we don't voice it, and it's like you're like among others, but also like there's like a kind of deafening silence between you, and you're just like
You put on the face.
But then,
and then you go on stage and you're like, but 5 minutes ago before you're like stewing and there's like anger or
But
something.
also, sometimes that is the thing that heals it. It's like if you're having a little
It's so weird.
spat beforehand, and then you get on stage and you're looking at the person you love most in the world and doing the thing you love most in the world.
That just melts
Then
away.
you
The
get off
tension.
stage and it's gone.
It seems very ridiculous in that moment.
I was gonna say, I wasn't gonna go that way. I was gonna go the wardrobe malfunction way. Of like something. So I had a wardrobe
I've seen those cute
malfunction.
shorts.
Oh my god! I wish it was the shorts.
All right.
We had a show in Norfolk the other 2 days ago.
Right.
And I was like wearing this top that I had a jacket on top of it, so it was like holding everything together.
Yeah.
And then everything at one point I took the jacket off, everything was not being held together. So I was doing we do a cover of Johnny Be Good in the set, and I'm like holding onto my shirt, like trying to like keep the crowd. I'm like, my whole entire boob is out. Like, this is not good. This is not good. And but it was fine. I saved it. But I was just like, the pictures, if there are videos, I'm just like desperately trying to hold on to my shirt. It's
Gets a bit feral sometimes. It's part of the.
It's part of the show.
you can't predict it at all. Willow has no idea what's going on. He's like, what is she doing? I'm like
She's doing like sign language to me while I'm like shredding. I'm like, what?
yeah, it's so funny.
So what's next then? Obviously House of Cards is out now.
Yeah.
What's your favourite song, would you say, that you've both written?
Oh my gosh. So we've both written.
Or favourite song to perform on stage that you're just like, I love this.
Man.
I think.
I feel like Lord Have Mercy is one of my
That's
favorites.
cool. That's not released yet, but it's quite intense. It's like a real like crying for help song. But we wrote after living in Wales for a couple of years, and we were just like getting to that point with being with my parents. We were like,
Yeah. Lord Have Mercy.
we love you, but
It feels,
very grateful.
I think we've
that
got
makes this even worse.
we've got a lot of like lovey-dovey songs in the set,
yeah.
And I think having a song like Lord Have Mercy, or there's another song Willow wrote called To Be Lovers, and it's about the difficult times in a relationship. And they're kind of the harder songs to write, but I think we're really proud of like the honesty that we have to be able to write a song like about a difficult patch in our relationship. And because that's what people relate to. The highlight reel isn't what people. That's not real life. No marriage is like that.
No one wants to just like hear how perfect your relationship is. And, just,
no
it's
way.
like idealized couple. Like,
and we need that reminder,
dreamy.
don't we, that times do get tough in a relationship, but you just plow on. And you know, when you speak to people that have been married for like 60 years, they're like, what was the secret? And they're like, you know, don't have arguments before bed, and always make the peace, and you know, so it's beautiful to hear that in a song for sure.
Yeah, and I think that's exactly what like true love encapsulates. You know, it's not about just you're always living on a pink cloud, and it, like the first however long you're together, where it's just like pure infatuation and everything. Like a test of real love is when you get past that point and you have to deal with life problems and things coming up, and you remain together and strong.
Choosing each other and choosing each other every day through the ups and the downs. I mean, that's what they put in wedding vows, you know. It's not just everything's going to be happy rainbows now that y'all are married. It's like you have to be there for each other through trials and tribulations. And
I think a lot of people don't adhere to those kind of you know, those vows.
Okay, so tell us where you were when you wrote that song, House of Cards. I'd love to know, like, what.
We wrote House of Cards with a producer who lives actually in Willow's hometown. His name's Jim Elliott, and his wife Jemima is also a co-writer on that song. And they co-wrote a song called Honeymoon with us as well. They're amazing songwriters and musicians. And they're married as well. So that is a really interesting relationship in the songwriting room, because they really get it. I mean, we were living with Willow's parents at the time and really struggling in the attic, living in the attic and just trying to maintain have a relationship at all.
That must be difficult.
Which is really difficult. And like Willow's mom, he has the sweetest parents in the world also, so we were super lucky. His parents were like underneath our room in the attic, so they were like living under there. You could hear his mom's audiobook like through the floor. It was so thin, and we're just like, all right. Right on.
Be doing anything in here then.
What you're insinuating.
So House of Cards kind of came out of that. We walked into the writing room and we were just like really having a tough time, but we also needed like an upbeat song in our discography. So we're like, how can we write an upbeat song about a challenging time?
It's about like dismantling the House of Cards is like the metaphor for the living situation we were in, and
so it's like a fiery image of cards burning. So
burnt my finger off doing that.
Oh really? You actually? I thought it was like.
Oh my gosh, no! We glued it together and burned it down.
You like building it like.
It was crazy. Yeah, we wrote that song pretty. It was pretty seamless. I brought in my journal. And I think Mima, Jim's wife, had a great melody for it, and we wanted to write an upbeat song to kind of balance out the kind of difficult situation we were having. So it came together pretty seamlessly after that, and they wanted to do kind of the Fleetwood Mackie feel to it, and
and it's got a great groove to it as well. Like, so you guys check this out. It's been on Spotify for a few weeks now.
But we're
Fans loving
lucky.
it.
In that you're actually going to perform it live right now, a stripped down version.
The stripped down version for sure.
Over to you guys. I'm really excited about this.
Okay.
Thank you so much. So this is House of Cards. This is Outpost Drive, and they're performing their current single that's out now. And we're really, really excited to listen to it. And thank you so much for coming onto our podcast and being the first guests that we've had. So
we love y'all. We love Liberty. Come on.
Yay!
Let's do this.
Thank you.
All right.
I'll be yours till my heart stops beating. I'm sure if my heart's worth keeping, but I wanna play the game. Why is it so hard to keep on hurting. Maybe we'll keep on learning the same old lessons learned. When the wind blows, fall apart. I'm a guest in a house of cards. I go crimson red in the dark. Come on, tear it down, house of cards. Come on, come on, come on, tear it on down. Tear it on down. Tear it on down. We'll keep holding out for the better days. None of the bullets ricochet. Nothing stays the same. There'll be a day when the sun shines over us and all of the clouds just fade away. We'll know how to play the game. When the wind blows, fall apart. I'm a guest in a house of cards. I go crimson red in the dark. Come on, tear it down, house of cards. Come on, come on, come on, tear it on down. Come on, come on, come on, tear it on down. I'll be yours till my heart stops beating. I'm sure if my heart's worth keeping, but I won't play the game.